Now I will tell you about the compound microscope. In compound microscope, there are more than one convex lens. This is very unlike to that of the simple microscope. In simple microscope, we are having only one convex lens, while here we are having more than one. These may be two, these may be three, four, five, six. So the number of lenses can be used, but generally the four lenses are employed in the compound microscope that is used in the laboratory. With the help of this compound microscope, you can see the cells of the human body and also the very small parts of the mosquito, virus, etc. So all these small organisms are visible by means of the compound microscope. It has more than one convex lens. The objective or field lens. It is kept towards object. So called objective lens. Objective lens. It makes real image of object. Real inverted and larger image of object. Now second is the eyepiece. The eyepiece. This lens is kept towards the eye of observer, so called eyepiece. तो आपको ये भी पता होना चाहिए कि इसको ऑब्जेक्टिव क्यों कहते हैं और आई लेंस क्यों कहते हैं. This is I telling you that this lens is kept towards the eye of the observer, so called the eyepiece. It makes final image of object. The final image is virtual, inverted, and magnified with respect to object. With respect to object. Now this is, I have told you that the image formed by the objective and the eyepiece. Now then, what is the difference between this objective and eyepiece? One, you are looking at the lens which is kept towards the objective, object, that is called the objective lens, and the lens which is towards the eye of the observer, that is the eyepiece. But what is the optically, what is the difference between them? The aperture and focal length of objective lens are smaller than that of eyepiece. तो ऑब्जेक्टिव के अपर्चर और फोकल लेंथ कम होते हैं और इन कंपेरिजन टू दी आईपीस. सो आईपीस बिगर होता है, इसका मतलब ये है आईपीस इज बिगर होता है. Now distance between these two lenses can be changed by means of rack and pinion arrangement. The distance between objective lens and eyepiece can be changed by means of rack and pinion arrangement. Rack and pinion arrangement. So now I am telling you that this is the convex lens. This is like this. There is another tube which is of so this is the rack and pinion arrangement at this point that we have. So they can be moved. This is the objective lens L naught. This is I lens LE. This is bigger one in comparison to this. So this is objective. This is eyepiece. This is the rack and pinion arrangement. These are the hollow tubes. Hollow tubes. Hollow tubes. This is also the hollow tube. So this is bigger diameter. This is now less diameter. This is now rack and pinion. Rack and pinion. So rack and pinion, this is what that we are having the slider. This is now I am telling you because this is not given in the book, rack and pinion. So that I am telling you. So this is now is suppose a rectangular bar. Now here this we are having the teeth. Like this. So this is a rectangular bar. Rectangular. Bar. This is now called rack. It is called rack. This we call rack. These are the teeth. This is now teeth. And now we are having a circular frame. And these are also having the teeth. This is a the circular gear. Circular wheel gear. So these are the teeth that I have made it to this one. Now these are the teeth, and this is the you can call it the axle. So the teeth of this circular wheel and that the rectangular bar, rack, mesh with each other. So this is called rack and pinion arrangement. Circular wheel, this is called the pinion. It is called pinion. Pinion. the teeth of pinion maced with teeth of rake. So this whole system is called the rake. This is the whole system is rake. This circular part, this is called the pinion. That pinion can be moved with the help of the axle. The pinion can be moved on the rake by means of axle in it. तो एक्सेल ये इसी में होता है, जो पिनियन है इसी में ये एक्सेल लगा हुआ है. इस एक्सेल से हम इसको ऐसे रोटेट करते हैं तो ये आगे की तरफ बढ़ता है. पीछे की तरफ रोटेट करेंगे तो ये पीछे की तरफ रोटेट होगा इसमें. तो ये रैकेट पिनियन अरेंजमेंट यहाँ पर होता है. तो इसमें क्या होता है कि ये जो लेंस होता है आई लेंस, ये तो फिक्स रहता है, केवल इस ऑब्जेक्टिव लेंस को ही हम आगे पीछे खिसकाते हैं. The eye lens, the eyepiece remains fixed and objective lens is moved. केवल इसी को चलाया जाता है. तो ये फिक्स रहता है, ये आगे पीछे इसको मूव कर सकते हैं. सो दिस इज अबाउट द रैक एंड पिनियन अरेंजमेंट. सो दिस व्हाट आई टोल्ड यू अबाउट द रैक एंड पिनियन. एंड नाउ वी सी द दिस इज व्हाट आई टोल्ड यू अबाउट द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द माइक्रोस्कोप. एंड नाउ इट्स प्रिंसिपल, दिस इज सिंपली बेस्ड अपॉन द रिफ्रैक्शन ऑफ लाइट. As I have told you that the frontal images are made, the images are made by the objective lens and that of the eyepiece. Eyepiece makes the frontal image, and these images are formed due to the refraction of light. So it has the two lenses. So now I tell you that the ray diagram. Ray diagram. This is suppose this is now L naught. This I take somewhat bigger. This is now O. Now its focal length is suppose here. This is now focal length f0. This is focal length f0. This is the image. Object AB. Now this light ray goes from here parallel to the principal axis and then it passes through the focus. This passes through the focus. This is now focus point F0, and second ray passes through this optical center O. So this will go like this one. and here is the image form. This is the image A1 and this is now your B1. Now the eyepiece is so adjusted this is the eyepiece. This is so adjusted that this image lies between the lens LE and its focus point. So let this is now focus FE. This is now focus FE. This is now object optical center OS. Now what will happen that the light rays that will start from here parallel to the principal axis and then it will pass through the focus like this, and another ray will pass through this optical center. Optical center. In this way, and if we increase these two on the back side, then its image is formed at this point. This is the final image. This is now your A2 and this is now B2 and this is now your B1. And here is some observer which is looking this. So this is the final image A2, B2. So now this is object. This is the image A1, B1 formed by lens L0, and the this A2, B2. This is the image formed by this lens eyepiece, and this A2, B2 is the final image. So this A2, B2 is real, erected and magnified with respect to this A1, B1, but with respect to this AB, this is inverted, virtual and magnified. So final image is A2 and B2. So let F naught equal to focal length of objective lens. And this FE focal length of eyepiece. The object AB lies between F naught and 2F naught. This is now F naught, but this is beyond this one. So now what we have that this distance is suppose U naught. This distance is U naught, and this distance is B naught. This is not B naught, and this distance is U. This is U, and this is now V. V. So now this is clear from, or this U naught is greater than F naught but less than 2F naught. Now this B naught distance of image AB from L naught, U distance of AB from LE, and V distance of A to B2 from LE. So these are the distances. Now this is the angle alpha and this is the angle beta. So angle alpha is equal to angle AOB, and angle beta, this is now angle A2 O dash B2. So now this is clear from these triangles. This is now this triangle is so much, and this we have taken the triangle so much. And now you can have that the magnifying power that we have to find it. Final object is to find the magnifying power. Magnifying power, and this is equal to beta upon alpha. And you can see from here that beta is equal to A2 B2 upon O dash A2, and this alpha is equal to AB upon OA. Now this A1 B1 is common in both. A1 B1 is the image formed by this lens L0, and this image will act as the object for this lens L2. So what image is formed by the objective lens that acts as the object for the eyepiece? So now I can take this m equal to A2 B2 upon O dash A2 upon AB upon OA. So I can have it to be A2 B2 upon O dash A2 into OA upon AB. So I can write it A2 B2 upon A1 B1 into A1 B1 upon AB into OA upon O dash A2. O dash A2. I have taken these two terms at the last. So this you have not to confuse that this A dash O2 this is equal to A1, this is not so. This term with this term I have put this on the last time at the last point, and this A2 B2 and this has been divided by A1 B1 and multiplied by A1 B1 because this is common to both eye lens and the objective lens. So this is what the M2 into M1 into OA. This is now your D upon O dash A2. This is now B. This is now number 1. Now what is M2? Where M2 linear magnification by this eyepiece, and M1, this is now linear magnification by objective. By objective lens. So if we have taken the two lenses, so these are the two linear magnifications. If suppose there are three lenses, four lenses, then we have to multiply this M2, this M1 into M2 into M3 into M4 into M5 like that. So if we are having this more than two lenses, then this will be multiplied in a number of ways. In this, they will be multiplied like this one. So for by using more than two convex lenses, we have what? That this this is equal to M1 into M2 into M3 into M4 into and so on, and at last we will have this D into V. So this is into D upon V. So this is the product of linear magnifications. It is product of linear magnifications. Linear magnifications. So we are having two lenses, then we are having this M2 and M1, and when we are having more than two, then this M1 into M2 into M3 into M4 into M5 and so on like this one. So now let us see to this one, that this M2 so N is equal to, this is now your V upon U objective, and this now your V naught upon U naught into D upon U, where we have put this M2 equal to B upon U for eyepiece, and M1, this is now your G naught upon U naught for objective lens. So now you can see D upon V, and this B and B will cancel from here. So we will have this V naught upon U naught into D upon U. This is now relation number 2. So now we use the lens formula, using lens formula for भाई दो लेंस है अपने पास, ऑब्जेक्टिव और आई पीस। तो किसके लिए यूज करेंगे हम? आई पीस के लिए यूज करेंगे, बिकॉज दिस U इज फॉर आई पीस. सो नाउ वी हैव दिस 1 upon V minus 1 upon U is equal to 1 upon Fe. And now you can see that V and U both are negative, so we will have the negative sign. This F is always positive. Because for eye lens, for convex lens, the focal length is positive. So now we will have this 1 upon u equal to 1 upon v plus 1 upon f. Now we will use this relation in this one, equation 2. So now from equation 2, using this in equation 2, this n is equal to b naught upon u naught into d into 1 upon b plus 1 upon f. This is the real formula for magnifying power. This is the real formula. And now you can take the two special cases here. Special case. Now first, if b equal to d, then n equal to b naught upon u naught into b की जगह पर d रख देते हैं तो ये हो जाता है आपका 1 plus d upon f. This is not so much. And b naught upon u naught, this is what the linear magnification of the objective lens. And this is the magnifying power of the eyepiece. So we can write to this n equal to linear magnification by objective lens into magnifying power of eyepiece. Power of eyepiece. So if you know the linear magnification produced by the objective lens and the magnifying power of the eyepiece, then you can write to this one, this relation. And in this condition, when we are able to so much, the length of the tube will be how much? Length of tube. This L is equal to, this is now your B naught plus U. And now second case. If b equal to infinity, then you can see that this n is equal to b naught upon u naught into d upon f. So again we are having the linear magnification of the objective lens into the magnifying power of the eyepiece. This is the magnifying power of the eyepiece. So this is the magnifying power when b equal to d, and this is the magnifying power when b equal to infinity. So when b is equal to infinity, it means that the image AB is formed at the focus of the eyepiece. The image A1 B1 lies at focus of eyepiece. Eyepiece. So now at this time, that what will be the length of the tube? Length of tube. This L is equal to V naught plus F. So now we can have that since the Fe is to be very small, then V naught can be taken to be the L. So in place of this V naught, we generally use this L when this Fe is very small. So we take, just to increase the value of M, you are looking that in every term we are having two things, the V naught, U naught and Fe. D is fixed. D is the distance of distinct, least distance of distinct prism, which is 25 centimeters. That is the constant one. So to increase the magnifying power of the lens, what should be there? V naught should be more than U naught and Fe should be least. To increase magnifying power, M, first V naught should be greater than U naught. पहली कंडीशन तो ये है इसके लिए, इसकी वैल्यू इससे ज़्यादा होनी चाहिए. दूसरा क्या है? This Fe should be small. Fe should be small. तो Fe को कम करके और इस वैल्यू को इसके सापेक्ष बढ़ा करके हम इस M का मान बढ़ा सकते हैं. तो इसकी मैग्नीफाइंग पावर मैक्सिमम तब होगी जबकि इमेज और ऑब्जेक्ट दोनों ही they both are formed at the distance of distinct vision. Or maximum magnifying power, first both object and final image must be at least distance of distinct vision, i.e. D equal to 25 centimeter. And second, the focal length of the eyepiece must be minimum. The focal length of eyepiece must be minimum. Must be minimum. So generally what we have that if suppose this is not so, then even the focal length of the eyepiece should be smaller one, so that the magnifying power could be increased. I have told you this one that how to increase the magnifying power. V naught should be greater than U and F E should be small. So for maximum one, that both the object and image must be at a distance of least distance of distinct division d equal to 25 centimeter, and the focal length of the eyepiece must be minimum. So in that case, the magnifying power is maximum. We want to maximum magnifying power so that we could see the very large image of the very small object. Only then we can study that what is the in the object. Suppose we are going to see the cell, the slide containing the cell, then this can be seen only when the image is very magnified. So this is why that more than two lenses. Here I have told you the two kinds of lenses, the objective lens and eye lens, but actually in the lab that we use the microscope, it has more than two lenses. There are approximately 4 lenses. So this is why that number of lenses are increased in the microscope. So in compound microscope, we are having a number of convex lenses. So this I have told you that because the question is asked that how to increase the maximum, how to attain the maximum magnifying power, or what should be for the maximum magnifying power. So this is the answer to the question. So you all like, share and subscribe the video. I will tell you in the next video about the telescope. So this is the astronomical telescope or the refracting telescope. So now wait for the next video. So now you read and study the compound microscope in my video. So thank you very much.